What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Motortown. And we have a lot of things that we are going to be knocking out today. One of them specifically is going to be finding a location so we can start the construction of our warehouse. That is 100% a definite thing. But before I do that, and I think it's on the way, is I think where I'm thinking of at least placing this warehouse, there's a record job that needs to be done, and it's another test for the mighty Brutus that we have recently purchased. And there it is in all its magnificent glory. I've only done that one. Wow, this isn't even a parking spot. Oh well, it is what it is. But if you've seen my last episode, or not the latest one, but previous episodes, I've only done this or used this thing once, and it was able to haul a Titan. So it did a pretty decent job. I have not added anything since that episode, and if you haven't seen any of these previous episodes, if you're newer to the channel, you could check it out in a playlist. I have all these listed here. It was pretty good, and this thing's done quite well for it being fairly stock. Like I said, I think I upgraded to the latest engine, a couple other things, but I didn't really have enough money at the time to put a lot of upgrades into it. So let's look at the map here really quick and show you what I was talking about. So down here, yeah, there's a Titan over, or excuse me, an Atlas over here. There's another Atlas down here, and what I was thinking was, right now my home is just the starter home, and I think this area right here, this property, is fairly large for a warehouse, and I think if I build the warehouse right there, that's a pretty good spot for all my vehicles, because it's, you know, it's in the middle but not really of everything located here and up here. So that's what I'm thinking. I haven't really been able to explore, and I don't know if I want all my company trucks down here. So I think putting it in this centralized location would be a pretty good job, but again, we'll get there in just a second. But let's focus on this, and I think, ooh, a Mixie is right next here. So let's go over here and let's check on these two jobs just to see where we're at. This is just a regular tow job, which again, this truck should be more than capable of. The Titan was also 11 ton with the trailer, and then this Atlas is only showing 6 ton by itself. So gonna get this thing in motion. We're gonna get over there, and then I will meet you guys back once I arrive on scene to check out and see how much trouble we're gonna get ourselves into. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are arriving at the Atlas. So let's see if this thing is flipped over or what the situation. Oh, what is going on there? That's an interesting kind of rescue. Okay, well, I say we tackle this one here. Throw on these little caution lights, and let me just back this in here. Should be interesting for sure. This thing, there's no way I'm getting away with this thing with not very little damage, just because obvious reasons. And I think the play here is if we line this up like this, that should be good. Now, I think I need to have the engine running for this, so I'm going to try that out too, because I'm not 100% sure. So let's open that door. And let's see, control panel. Oh, you know, yeah. bear with me because, again, I am still very, very bad at this. So, boom needs to go out. I think that should be good. Let's grab the hook. Pick up the controller here. See, I was thinking if I just pull it straight, this will drop down and we should be good. If I lift it up and pull it down, maybe you won't have as much damage. Let's see. I don't think the parking brake will matter. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna come crashing down. All right, well, that was fairly easy. Probably just easier if I back this thing up to it, to be quite honest with you. That should be enough to hook. Nice. Okay. Is there a hook up? Tilt up. Just enough. Alright. Parking brake's already off, so no problem there. Oh wow, 1%. See, 1% damage and it fell that far? That's crazy. Alright, so clear that. And we're only going right down the road. So perfect. So I can actually knock that out and then come back and hit that other mixie. Sweet. Alright, let's see. Hopefully I don't have any other damage. This thing, I feel like is doing, yeah, this should be no problem. Yep. And oh, you know what, let me pause that really quick. Get this whole thing situated here. So what I need to do is tilt down. And then, is it boom up? Yeah. I know, boom up, and then D. There we go. Look at that. It kind of looks like I know what I'm doing. Sort of. And I went the wrong way, did I? Okay. No biggie. 1% damage. I mean, it's right down the road, so the payout on this probably isn't going to be big, but I don't know. I keep hearing it's based on distance. Coast is clear. I'm not going to come to a complete stop. So with it being right down the road, I probably won't get a major payout, but I do think that these bigger jobs, supposedly, like, it matters, right? If it's a bus versus a little 1-ton thing, so... Oh... It's hard to see. Alright, let's, hopefully I don't get hit by anything. I always leave that little door open, too. I just noticed that on the back. It doesn't matter. I know it's just me being me, but I try to play it the quote-unquote right way, even though there is no right or wrong. But, you know, that's the beauty of this game, right, is I could play it one way, whereas someone else can play it a completely different way, drive like a maniac, and everybody has fun with it. So that's why I really do like this game. This game is so much fun, and again, when I very first saw this game, or games even like this, like I said, American Truck Simulator and all that, I was like, how do people I just don't understand. I don't get it, right? It's like, if you want to be a truck driver, just go do it, right? But for whatever reason, and I mean, I understand you just don't want to change careers, just being a, you know, being a goofball, but when you play this game, it's so relaxing, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. I don't really get it, but I love it. It's one of my favorite games to play. Of course, I play other games, right? I play all kinds of things, and I will eventually get to other games on the channel. And it's not just driving games. I like all kinds of stuff, but I just really love the immersion and the fun of this game, just because you could do whatever you want. You could role play however you want. Everyone plays it differently, and it's an experience different to how I do it versus somebody else, which is always cool to see. So, but all right, guys, we're here. So let's pop out of view. We'll get this thing right where it needs to be. Drop that down, and then boom down. There you go. $10,000. That's a pretty good little penny just for that quick job. All right, not bad. XP decent. I'm almost at 100. Sweet. We'll just leave it right there. So like I said, I'm gonna go knock out that other job. So let's go back to our map, and let's see if I can get this mixie. It's showing 11 tons. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. Well, let's put this thing to the test, guys. So we're going the exact same way we just came. I'm not gonna make you drive with me, like I said, for speed of the video and some other things that I want to do in this episode. I will fast forward over there, or, you know, cut over, and I will return once I get on scene to see if I can get this thing hooked up and see if this vehicle can handle that big of a truck. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, arriving on scene. It's raining, which is always good. Normally this rain doesn't last very long, so it shouldn't be an issue. Let's again pop out here, pop these lights on, and no, these trees are in the way. So all right, that is not bad at all. Let's just do a little U-turn here. I would imagine that this too will also be a very quick little trip, probably right down the road, but I'm just speculating. But it seems to be the pattern. Alright, that should be good. So I'll hop out. I actually remembered to close the door for once. And let's see. Tilt down. Boom down. Okay. Tilt up. Boom down. Tilt up. hook out. Look at this. It's kind of like I know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness. All right, before I bring the hook in, let's make sure the parking brake's off. It is. Oh no, we got traffic. Don't worry. You're not going anywhere, buddy. I was prepared for once. All right, hook in. All right, perfect. Now tilt up and boom up. Ooh, let's tilt down, actually. Let's tilt up. Yeah, I think that's good. It should be okay, so we'll get that door. Pick up this cone before these people run me over. And of course they won't go past, because why would they? Because the AI are silly. Where are we going? Are we going back where we just came from? We sure are. All right. Yeah. It's squatted down, but it's not that bad, so let's see how this thing drives. And we have 0 damage. It should maintain 0 damage as long as I don't do anything stupid, which you can never be too sure of, because it is me here. I can't see anything because of trees. Nope. I always wait too long. Come on, bus. Hopefully nothing hits the cargo. And we are good. Oh, sorry, bud. A little bit of a cutoff, but not bad. So again, I think the last thing, or the last job was what, like 10,500, something like that, or 10,000, 10,500. So I would assume this will be about the same. This will just pretty much in the same weight class and the same distance. So we're gonna find out and see if there's any difference. And this has 1% less damage, so we will find out. But overall, this truck's handling it fairly well. I mean, I know I'm not really going very fast because of traffic right now, but usually when this thing gets squatted down so much, you can't steer the front, and I'm not having that problem. Like, I could steer pretty easily. I still should, you know, get some upgrades when I can, just to help out with that squattage, right? But it's not, doesn't look terrible. And it's not even about looks, but it's still operating at a pretty decent manner with it being that much weight on it. And I can't imagine anything really heavier than 11 tons. Oh, took that a little too hard because I'm focused on camera angles and being a cinematographer rather than a driver right now. But yeah, man, I'm actually really impressed with this Brutus. Like, if you're new to the game and you haven't gotten this vehicle yet, I feel like at first, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this thing, and this tends to be a theme with me if you can't tell, first impressions are normally pretty rough. Like, this thing is ugly. This is based off of, so I looked it up because I had no idea what this vehicle is even based off of, and it's some type of Mercedes wrecker, like diesel wrecker. It's ugly. It's a very ugly truck. And I'm old school, right? Like, I like the Pulio. Looks like a Ford, like a 70s Ford, you know what I mean? And I'm American, so that's kind of what I'm used to. I'm not used to this, like, European type wrecker. And this thing is awesome. Like, I don't really understand why you would need the bigger wrecker, like that big World War II warship that I mentioned in a previous episode. I don't know what it's called because I've never even been in it, but I think that would be overkill because this thing seems to handle pretty much everything I'm throwing at it, especially upgraded. So I don't know, unless someone could tell me in the comments what that really big, massive monster's for. Because would this not be able to handle a semi? I figured. I mean, I've done the Titan. Oops. So I don't see why this wouldn't be able to handle anything else. What happened? Toggle door. Alright. I don't know why my feet are now in the pavement, but whatever. So I'm just gonna tilt this down. So this was actually less money. And it had less damage, and it was further away. Yeah, I don't know. Don't quite understand, but oh well. Okay, executive decision. So what we're going to do is we are going to get into our regular civilian truck. I'm going to scout out the area where I think I want to place these plans, and we're going to knock that out real quick. So give me a second. Let me switch around some vehicles and stuff, and I will be right back. I was thinking of doing it right in this spot because it's fairly big. Let me just pull up right here on the curb. So yeah, I would have all of this, which I know technically you probably can't, but if I needed to, this is a really big piece of land, and I'm right next to the house down the road, so I wouldn't have to buy that. And I mean, you're right off the water here, which is pretty cool. Pier's right down there. Nice little scenic area. And I think this would be plenty of space to build it. So I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm at least gonna buy the plot of land. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. So let's. Oh, 300. Okay, well, that put a little damper in my plans. So we may have to revisit this because I did not expect it to be $350,000. This is what happens when you don't do research. But no biggie. Let's we'll improvise, adapt, and overcome. We're gonna try something. I have yet to take out a loan or do anything with the bank. So I figured, you know what? Let's see. Let's just check this out. Let's see what this entails, what it would be, and because I don't want to wait anymore. I want to purchase at least the land and get those plans laid. So we're at the bank. All right, let's see what this guy's got to say. Well, first off, I think it was 350. Is this in-game hours or I don't know. Well, I can make that back. I think this is in-game hours, and I should probably borrow a little bit more just to be safe, because I think I was short just a little bit. So installments, $2,000 every 10 minutes, 12 hours, take out loan, total is 143. I mean, if I do this and then do a freaking container run with a contract, I might be able to do this. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right? Okay. 12 hours. Let us go and do a quick U-turn here. Let's go down and buy our property. All right, guys, we are here. And it is official. We have now bought the property. I'm officially a landowner. All right, guys, that's going to do it for at least this episode. Next episode, I got a lot of work to do. I got to start paying off the debt. And then maybe we'll get these plans placed and figured out so we can start doing some construction to get the warehouse actually built. So, thank you guys for checking out the video. Greatly appreciate it. If you liked the video, hit the like button, comment down below, and I will see you at the next one.